Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is David Novak. I sort of feel if I don't read something or other before I retire for the evening, that I won't be doing my duty. And I thought, with all of the reports in the media lately about how the president, Donald Trump, is in rapid decline health-wise, I thought maybe I should read some of my early poems or whatever that sort of poke fun of the man, because after he has passed to the realm beyond, I won't feel like revisiting those themes. But while he is still with us, casting his shadow, I think these poems yet pertain, even though he is certainly not of right mind to receive them, even were he to get wind of them. Now, I haven't gone ahead in advance and picked out some poems, so this is just going to be really haphazard because it's a fairly big book, and there's no really good indexing of the things like, say, according to themes. So I'll just have to hunt and see what I get. But I recall one of the first one was titled Turd, Rapist, Ugly, Moron, Pig. Turd, rapist, ugly, moron, pig. He is the president. I never saw a lie so big, so smeared in excrement. With tiny hand his Sharpie signs each weird executive order, a puzzlement to sharper minds this side sanity's border. What does the pussy groper mean who wears his diapers brown? He never was quite on the bean. The answer is unknown. Turd, rapist, ugly, moron, pig. You know just who is meant, and I can't wait till ups the jig with this lewd president. And next, our president, the surrender monkey. We call him a surrender monkey, our Cheeto, Donald Trump, our would-be president and flunky to every kind of junk, to hokum and to bunk. He's but a little punk, and what comes out his mouth, uncouth, is what comes out his rump. He is a champion class chest thumper. It's always a slam dunk. When words fly fast, invective pumper. But if push comes to shove, he's in the basement, love, not with the crowds above. Crybaby cowering like a tyke who stammers Uncle Unk. He is a blowhard and a coward, our Cheeto without balls. Like tepid milk when it has soured, he makes his presence felt, or like a fart that's smelt enough to make you melt. He's Donald Trump, a man whose tan, like all his words, is false. He seems to be so swiftly losing his grasp on personality as he sinks into dementia that the man these pertains to may not soon exist. Well, this is a little bit about his followers. So As he, so they. What sort of man he was known, a fraud notorious to the bone. They gave him their support unchecked, all eager to cavort while he wrecked. As he betrayed another, so they, each one, betrayed a brother, by the way. So, now I may have to go a little while. This book gives sort of a blow-by-blow account of the first several months of the Trump administration as each executive order and other travesties went down. Now, let me not change the subject. I could read the one about Thomas Jefferson, but I'd like to find ones about Donald Trump. The MAGA folks do not have fun. The Reapers. Okay, here's we recognize the Antichrist. Heavenly Father, in this MAGA heist of government, we know the Antichrist. He walks with cloven feet, yet is a man recognized by his falsely painted tan. Now, I just saw something somewhere that Peter Thiel wants to be considered the Antichrist. He's actually given the topic a lot of thought. I mean, you have to understand, these poems were all just poofed out without any kind of great contemplation behind them. So maybe, indeed, Peter Thiel is the Antichrist as he wants to be. But I'm not really thinking that deeply. And then another, he walks on cloven hoof. He walks on cloven hoof, leans forward with a tilt, the while he stands aloof to all as though a jilt. Except the flatterers, lugubrious praises meet. He hears these and avers, the sound to him is sweet. I included in this book the date that each of these poems was written, or at least the date that it went up on YouTube as a single standalone video. In some cases, I missed a poem or something, so it's not exactly the date that they were written, but it's pretty close for the most part. I would sometimes take a number of, when I was writing, I would come up with a theme and then put out a variety of poems according to that theme. So you notice the last couple of them had something to do with cloven foot or hoof. Here is another one. Let's see. It says, it's called The Cloven-Footed Leader. The cloven-footed leader was the brashest. It also turned out that he was a fascist. Though some opposed, appalled, yet many cheered, and at their freedoms as they left, they jeered. What use have we of rights? They hooted. Hence, we need a better class of citizens. Alas, bid rights, the rule of law, adieu. When might makes right, stochastic violence too, if not direct, excessive, and extreme. Our hegemony as right these also deem. So many worshipped at his cloven feet, while all the rest humiliations meet. I think I traditionally say hegemony, but some people say hegemony, and some people even say hegemony. So who knows what is right? Feeling angry all the time. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that most of us are past that. It's quite. Oh, here's one. He was exemplary. How did so many citizens grow tolerant of deceit, of lies and cheating? Decadence was never so complete. The figurehead of all the land epitomizes it. Exemplary, you understand, if what is sought is shit. Before I interrupted myself, it's just amazing how much happened so fast and continues to keep happening. Oh, here's one. The pustule president. Adjudicated rapist and a 34-count felon. This was the man they voted into office. A man whose proven lies surpass the countin' and the tellin', a profligate in grifting while in slander not a novice. They saw him boldly laugh about the grabbing of a pussy and mock a man congenitally disabled. He liked to golf instead of working or watch I Love Lucy, and vowed future elections, if he won, would all be tabled. What did the folks who voted for him in the least expect? His devastation wrought fulfilled a promise, and even pushed the boundaries unexpected how he wrecked achievement of his predecessors, Biden's and Obama's. But even reaching all the way back to the nation's founding, the pride of civil government unbroken, 250 years in its duration quite astounding, he toppled with a gangster's threats, though mainly left unspoken. Intimidation tactics neutralized many a coward, but many others but were compromised. Their own corruption underlay the nightmare when it flowered, whereby the pustule president was not easily excised. Well, time will be doing its work. Oh, why don't I just give you a break from the Trump stuff and interject a prayer for the false Christians? How many lives irreparably destroyed or harmed because this spiteful band of bigotry thus abrogates our laws. I pray to God in highest heaven that their whole evil lot be fairly judged, then unforgiven, cast down to some place hot. Well, now I have to find... I tried to move away from things pertaining to Trump. So, well, this one may well be. This one depends upon interpretation. It is titled "The Shriveled Penis." They say he has a shriveled penis, but let the secret stay between us. For those who know do not broadcast it. Women have said they did outlast it. He likes to vaunt his prowess oft in public, but he's secret soft. the only question unresolved. Is Trump or Musk the man involved? Somebody told me they thought it could refer to both. Here's a poem. Valentina Gomez offers a final solution. She has been in the news lately, so the original recording of this poem has gotten a spike in viewership. I mean, I don't go and check individual poems that much, but I do glance over things, and if there is a spike like that, sometimes I do notice it. I'm not going to read that. Well, this is not about Trump himself exactly, but the title says it's about his diaper, so let's hear it. Poem about Donald Trump's diaper. The lard ass at the helm of government reeks such a stench because his undergarment, a Medline fit-right diaper filled with poop, besides which he is uncoflatulent, gives not to odor leaking out debarment, and all who work beside him know the scoop. I think there's some video of somewhere I can't remember the guy's name, the president, I guess, of France, got stuck somewhere beside him and could not conceal the expression on his face of discomfort at the proximity. Why did they hurt the children first? Well, I'll read this one just for a change too. It's titled Resist. Resist. With each directive, the interloping fascists' first objective is to exhaust the citizens and peace of mind accost, to stir up fear and make himself omnipotent appear. It is not true. His overriding plan is to subdue. A sense of bleakness is fostered so as to conceal his weakness. Resist, resist, do not submit beneath the fascist's fist. So this poem is just a reminder that allowing expression of joyous feelings is an act of resistance. Having a good laugh is an act of resistance. Singing a song when out in public is an act of resistance. Do not be cowed. The goal is to make you feel browbeaten and low down. It is always well to keep one's spirits up. I'm sure there's more. I was pumping out poems at a rapid clip, and I write by inspiration, but sometimes you just don't have any inspiration, and so then during a dry spell, I would say, well, let's write something about Trump. Okay, here's one. This one is titled The Diapered Turd Face. How many poems can one man write about the diapered turd face? At either end, its outcomes shite, not anyone's preferred face. They'd rather look at Handsome Joe the Biden charm appealing, with smiling eyes instead, you know, of dead ones double dealing. Barack Obama's handsome too. He looks like 44, and not a bloated kook-a-doo or bloviating bore. The turd face has a lot to say, and always rife with rancor, whose wives all wished him out the way, though he had been their anchor. Those bone spurs were a work of art. I'm not so good with fiction, but I've barely begun to start, and I've got lots of diction. That was from April 1st. The country that was mine exists no longer. I'm ready to pack it in at this point, but let me just flip ahead and see if I can give you one last. There's one about J.D. Vance. I was looking for something like that the other night and couldn't find it. Our sin against hospitality. I'm just reading the titles as I pass by them. The know-nothing president. He don't know this or don't know that, but something's going on. The president had took a shat the toilet bowl upon. When many things were happening, this would-be autocrat, this moron dunce who would be king. Really, where was he at? Nobody told me this or that, so I had no idea. The president insisted, pat denial with dyspnea. The idiots still think him smart, the man missing in action, his bloviating honed to art, to no one's satisfaction. Nobody really knows now who is running the government. I mean, they're giving him busy work, the kind of, as the ladies at, I've had it reiterate, sort of home decorating work, that kind of thing that he enjoys doing. Checking to see if the White House roof would be a good place to put nuclear missiles. Shows a slight incomprehension of how missiles work, but let that go. But other things as well. And godifying the Oval Office and so forth. The public's somnolence. The train to Harbin. Well, why don't I close on this one, the Trump and Epstein axis. I never can remember if it's Epstein or Epstein. Because Congress is going to be coming back soon, and one hopes that they will be back. You recall they were adjourned early because, God, I can't even remember the guy's name. There's something in here about him too. Didn't want to have to face up to the demands for the releasing of the Epstein file. But they will be coming back, and one hopes that the clamor will rise. I suppose if Trump expires, it will be released, and then everybody else will distance themselves some way or another. It is so weird. There was this 3-hour cabinet meeting or something, and they went around the room, just as in a communist country, each one trying to outvie the last in terms of the over-the-top praise for Donald Trump, who, while he, I am sure, retains his weakness for flattery, yet is, I think, so far gone that it's just amazing that these folks still feel compelled to lay it on so thick. It really was quite the show. So we will close out with the Trump and Epstein axis. The Trump and Epstein partnership. That's Donald and that's Jeffrey. Held firmly as a vice's grip, their friendship's soft breeze, Zephyr. But it was largely based upon the trafficking of females, an exploitation mostly done to benefit the free males. The girls within their clutches were not seldom underage. He liked to grab and fondle her without much badinage, the man entrapping such a girl through plots and schemes and pressure, forcibly snatching of that pearl by rape so to access her. It's not to say that exploitation can't happen either way, but better mutual celebration, or be it straight or gay, than gotten by manipulation. That's all I have to say. Well, I think a lot more information has come out that to suggest that Donald Trump is a strict P3DO, as they say, that his inclinations took him to the underage, be it male or female, to quote a line from somewhere else. So one hopes it all comes out. I mean, I've had it, ladies, suggest that is a hallmark of the entire movement, that it is, in fact, born of the adherents and the people at the top, their inability to look within, to quote another poem by Claude McKay, to look within at their own selves and see all of their luridity. So I will leave off there a nice healthy dose of poems about Donald Trump while we still have him. After he is gone, I'm sure that everybody is going to pile on him. Thank you very much for stopping by my channel. Oh, I should say, this book is available and only available at lulu.com, and I will put a link to it in the description box.